My name is Camilla Mendoza, and I'm here today to share with you my Money Mastery tip number 2. The last time we spoke, I mentioned to you about the importance of paying yourself first. So, what do you do with that money? I'm suggesting, and what I suggest to all my clients, is that they open for themselves what I term a prosperity account. Now, this account is your account. This is where your money goes out of every single dollar that you earn. So go to a bank that you don't normally associate with, somewhere where you can, and we need to set it up in such a way that you have easy to put money into it, but really hard to put money out of it. Now, I know most of us, or most of you, and me included, has had what is a savings account. That is not what I'm talking about here. What a savings account basically means that you are saving towards something. I'm actually saving towards a trip to America and to see my father, and so money is going into that account to pay for that trip to America. That's not what I'm talking about here. It is great that we have savings accounts, that we can put money in towards things that we want to do. What I'm talking about is a prosperity account. I only call it a prosperity account because to me it is part of my goal is to be prosperous, to be financially free. So this is what I recommend you do. Go to a bank that is not part of your normal bank. Go to a bank that you don't have internet banking with, and open up the cheapest account that you can find there, and they usually maybe charge you $3 a month or something like that. Have access to it, obviously, where you can put money into it, but make sure that when you set it up, you don't get an EFTPOS card with it. You can get internet banking if you want, only if the bank allows you to not make withdrawals from it. So in other words, you get to see how much you actually have put in there. That's important to reward ourselves, to be able to look at it every now and then and go, oh yeah, great, that's how much I've got in there. But what I'm saying now is that if you need to take money out of that account, you need to make it very, very difficult for yourself. I personally have a prosperity account, and I have my son as a co-signator on that account. Now, my son lives in another state, so if I wanted to get money out of that account, he would need to come home, and he needs to co-sign an actual withdrawal form that I need to take into that bank to withdraw that money. Now, what sort of money do you put in there? Well, first of all, you put aside a percentage of every dollar you earn. Again, this is the absolute number one key to prosperity, is to pay yourself first. So as I said before, I don't care if it's 10% or 1%, but whatever it is, make it an amount, and make it an amount that you do religiously. So if you've chosen at the moment just to put 1% in, then you must make sure that 1% of every dollar you earn goes into that account. The other things that I put into my account is what I call little windfalls. Now, the other day, I mentioned in my previous thing that I found a little pile of money lying on the floor. Very odd, and I found it, and I thought, great, that money went into my prosperity account. The other things that I put in there, let's say, for instance, you and your girlfriend are going to the movies, and you had obviously agreed in your mind that you were going to spend the $15 on a movie ticket, and if your girlfriend, when you get to the movie, she says to you, oh, no, let me pay for you this time, you paid for me last time or whatever, then that $15 that I had already spent in my mind's eye goes into my prosperity account. It goes all the little windfalls, money that I receive out of the sky, tax returns, gifts. Sometimes my father, who lives in America, will pop $50 in an envelope or send it to me. That money goes into my prosperity account. It's basically money that I find on the street, money that I've spent already, and then I decide, or for some reason or other, I don't have to spend, that money gets deposited into my prosperity account. I really encourage you, something happens. It's amazing. Money for me at the moment, since I've opened this prosperity account, and again, I hear it time and time again from the people that I coach, they all seem to say, wow, money seems to be falling out of the sky. I never used to find money. I now seem to find money all over the place. I never used to feel lucky when it came to winning things, and I seem to be winning all sorts of things at the moment. It's almost like the universe has said to me, okay, you're willing to invest in yourself and your time and your energy. I'm going to support you in that, and we're going to find ways to help you grow that bank account. Now, just quickly before I go, obviously you need to be responsible for that money. You can't just leave it in there. What I do is, as things get bigger, so as soon as I've got $500, I then transfer that money into a long-term deposit. Eventually, once I have enough in there, that money will go to buying assets for myself. So when I next buy my next investment property, I will be using the money that I'm saving up in my Prosperity Point account. And having said that, the money that I earn from my rentals or from my investment property, in other words, the rental income, will also go back into that prosperity account. So it is like this ongoing account that you create for you and for your long-term prosperity. So here you go, girls. Live life on your terms and open this prosperity account today. I promise you it will make a huge, huge difference. Thank you.